Such a
Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
We're good? All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Warrenville City Council regular meeting for February 5th, 2024. We are having audio issues, so I'm speaking a little loud here so everyone can hear here. We're told that you can hear us at home. I hope that's the case. We are going to postpone items 1D and E to future meetings because of those audio issues. So you can take that off of your agenda for this evening. Otherwise, we will continue as normal. So, good evening, clerk. Could I have a roll call, please, and get your outside voice ready?
No, you do.
You still need to put on the green button, yes. Right.
Alderman Ashour,
Here.
Alderman Augustinovich,
Here.
Alderman Barry,
Here.
Alderman Davalos, Alderman Kuckenberg,
Here.
Alderman Lockett,
Here.
Alderman Widener,
Here.
and Alderman Wilkie.
Here.
Thank you, Julie. Would you please stand as you're able and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is the part of our meeting that we set aside for citizens' comments. We have one person signed up this evening, Mr. Bob Siebert. Bob?
Bob Siebert, Albright Court. On January 28th, the Daily Herald on the front page had an article, Property Taxes Per Resident Up $44. The key here is that we're using property taxes per resident. Usually we would not state it per resident. Why was it placed in that context? The reason why it was is that they were looking for a yardstick to compare communities with property tax increases, and also that you can compare 1 year to the next of property tax increases or decreases within the city. Currently, the citizens can only obtain their own property tax and can only see this movement. This article showed the analysis. If you have a yardstick to make it easier for the citizens, then they can compare and see the movement in property tax. Sheila Weinberg, founder and CEO of Truth in Accounting, a group advocating for more uniformity in property taxes, more understandable and accessible financial information for the citizens. per residential property taxes allow the citizens to better understand the movements in the complex property tax structure. An example, the city decides to establish a development. They state will lower everyone's property tax. With this yardstick, we have the population increases, we have the property tax revenue increases. When we go through the system, we can then see if the number or percentage is positive, it has raised the taxes. Only if it's negative number or negative percentage has the development improved the property tax position of the existing taxpayers. So this system is easy for taxpayers to understand. It can be established easily, and it gives more uniform information. And you then can compare communities, no matter what size, as how they are managing their taxes. Some of the criticism here from some of the cities was that some have library districts, some have special tax districts, some have fire districts, some don't. The easy answer there, just remove that amount of revenue and you have a lower tax rate, because the argument from their viewpoint is that if it's within the city, the management overhead is less than if it's a separate taxing district. The next step is to track and identify the causes of property tax movements. This can be accomplished with statistical regression analysis. We are then able to replace subjective opinions with objective facts and provide the citizens with easier to understand information concerning the property tax structure.
Thank you, Bob. Anyone else wish to make a comment that didn't know you had to sign up? John, you don't want to say anything nice about us tonight?
If you want me to, I will.
Come on. We have to have a little balance here.
John DeRocher, 3S560 West Avenue, so I'm Third Ward. Been a resident for 22 years, voted for home rule. As I said last time I spoke, great move on our part. The city has done a fabulous job of protecting the public trust that we place in you, because with home rule authority, you know what you can do. Mayor, I know that Roselle is looking for home rule, and you're speaking out in favor of that. If you want me to speak as a citizen, be more than happy to. Home rule in the hands of kind, intelligent, thoughtful people is a great thing, so thank you. I am a city cheerleader, so if you ever want me to speak on behalf of the city as a resident, be more than happy to. So I think you guys are doing a great job. Yeah, we got hammered with a sewer rate increase. The work was needed. Oh well. And I was hoping to see the budget presentation tonight. Apparently it's been next, so thank you very much.
Thank you, John. We'll keep you in the loop, don't worry. Interestingly enough, Saturday I was at a mayor's only coffee at DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference with 15 other mayors, and one of the main topics of the conversation was sewer and water rates. Every community is basically facing what we're facing, upgrades and requirements that require the rates to go up. We are not alone in this. This is something that's happening across the board. So do keep that in mind, and thank you for your comments, John. Just beware that every time I see it in the audience, I'm going to expect you to come up. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on then to official and staff comments. Just one thing tonight, we are in the process of doing this special census, which will unlock some additional state and federal funds for us before the next scheduled census. We need residents to become field workers for the U.S. Census Bureau to help the city of Warrenville with this year's special census. So please, all of you are welcome to apply, including retirees and college students, people looking for temporary employment or a second job, people available to work flexible hours, which can include days, evenings, or weekends. You can apply now at census.gov/community jobs. If you missed today's informational meeting, please plan to attend the meetings on February 12th at 11 and 2 p.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m. Census Bureau staff will be here to tell you more about it and to help you apply for the job. And I don't recall the hourly rate, but it is quite handsome for a part-time job. So if you're looking for something, you'd be helping the community and helping your bottom line. That's all I have for this evening. Clerk? Thank you, Treasurer.
Warrenville has a lot of incredible citizens, and it's nice to see when they get the recognition they deserve. So I wanted to congratulate Connie Schmidt on the front page article and pictures that were in the Daily Herald last week, describing her work for the community and the environment.
Thank you. Alderman? Everybody good? City Administrator? Very good. And City Attorney? Thank you, Brooke. Okay, we'll move on to the approval of the agenda for this evening. Alderman Widener, would you like to make that motion?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. With the removal of consent agenda items D and E, I make a motion to...
No?
No?
Opening ceremony items. We didn't-
Which one was it?
oh, it's items
Oh, items
5A.
5A and B?
No,
No,
we just removed the one.
The presentations.
Presentation.
the present,
Right.
One. Yes.
1D, Section 1D and E. I move to approve the agenda for the February 5th, 2024 City Council regular meeting.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The agenda is approved as amended. We have two sets of minutes that also need approval this evening. Alderman Widener, would you like to do that one?
Yeah, I'll take a second chance, look at it.
Okay.
I move to approve the minutes of the January 15th, 2024 City Council regular meeting and to approve the minutes of the January 22nd, 2024 Public Safety and Finance Committee meeting.
Second.
Second by Alderman Davalos. Questions and/or comments? Again, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The minutes are approved as presented. The consent agenda for this evening, item 6A, accept Community Development Committee recommendation, waive second reading and pass ordinance 02024-03 approving updates to the business licensing regulations to include for business registrations. B, accept Community Development Committee recommendation, waive second reading and pass ordinance 02024-04 approving contractor registration requirements. C, accept Community Development Committee recommendation, waive second reading and pass ordinance 02024-05 establishing an annual fee ordinance. D, accept Community Development Committee recommendation, waive second reading and pass ordinance 02024-06 adopting the 2024 annual fee ordinance and amending various sections of the city code regarding the annual fee ordinance. E, accept Plan Commission recommendation, waive second reading and pass ordinance 02024-07, amending the city code zoning ordinance regarding automobile and truck rental. F, accept, staff recommendation, waive second reading and pass ordinance 02024-08, amending City Code Title 3, Chapter 2 to decrease the number of Class A3 liquor licenses from 2 to 1. G, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and pass Resolution R2024-07, waiving competitive bidding and approving change order number 1 to the 2023 storm sewer lining contract with Hare Construction. H, accept Plan Commission recommendation and pass Resolution R2024-08, memorializing the approval of a minor amendment to the Herrick Woods Planned Unit Development regarding paving. I, accept staff recommendation and pass Resolution R2024-09, awarding the contract for the new elevated water storage tank site improvements project to McGuire Iron Incorporated of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, in the amount of, got to take a breath for this one, $4,235,000 and no cents. J, accept staff recommendation and pass ordinance R2024-10, approving a professional services agreement with Engineering Enterprises Incorporated for construction engineering services for the new elevated water storage tank construction in the amount of $399,641 plus reimbursable expenses. K, accept staff recommendation and pass Resolution R2024-11, awarding the contract for mowing and landscape maintenance to City Escape Garden and Design LLC in the amount of $112,071. L, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and accept the Tourism and Arts Commission recommendations and award $146,900 in hotel tax grant funding to various applicants for the FY 2025 per the Tourism and Arts Commission memo dated January 12, 2024, and direct staff to include this funding in the FY 2025 budget. M, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and approve the Warrenville Historical Society's grant request in the amount of $20,000 from the Hotel Tax Fund, again, to cover the cost of the part-time museum director/curator and direct staff to include this funding in the FY 2025 budget. And accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and approve a $500 sponsorship of the 2024 Operation Safe Celebration Post-Prom events. O, receive and file minutes of the Environmental Advisory Commission meetings held on October 17th, 2023, and November 28th, 2023. P, receive and file minutes of the Police Pension Board meeting held on October 24th, 2023. Q, receive and file minutes of the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners meeting held on November 28th, 2023. I, receive and file minutes of the Tourism and Arts Commission meeting held on December 14th, 2023. S, receive and file draft minutes of the Plan Commission and Zoning Board of Appeals meeting held on January 18th, 2024. T, receive and file report of invoices paid up to January 31st, 2024 in the amount of $200,149.57. U, authorize expenditures for invoices due on or before February 20th, 2024 in the amount of $311,387. And V, receive and file report of the Chase Commercial Credit card expenditures for the month of January 2024 in the amount of $24,558.26. Alderman Wider.
Motion to approve the agenda is presented by Mayor David Brummel.
Second.
Motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Widener,
Aye.
Alderman Ashour, Alderman Lockett,
Aye.
Alderman Berry,
Aye.
Alderman Davalos,
Aye.
Alderman Wilkie,
Aye.
Alderman Augustinovich,
Aye.
and Alderman Kruckenberg.
Aye.
Thank you, Julie. The consent agenda has been approved as presented. We have no items under regular agenda. We have nothing under unfinished business. No new business to be discussed this evening. We do, however, have the need for a closed session this evening, so if I might have the citations, please, Alderman Berry.
I'd like to make a motion to go into closed session for the purpose of 5 ILCS 120/2, parens C, parens 5, the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired. And 5 ILCS 120/2 the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against the legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity.
Second.
Second by Alderman Lockett. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Wilkie.
Aye.
Alderman Augustinovich.
Aye.
Alderman Krokenberg.
Aye.
Alderman Lockett.
Aye.
Alderman Widener.
Aye.
Alderman Ashour.
Aye.
Alderman Davalos.
Aye.
And Alderman Berry.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. We are now entering into executive session. We will not be conducting any business when we conclude the executive session, so you are free to go about your personal business. Thank you for your attention this evening.
This conference is no longer being recorded.